All right, joining us now from Washington, D.C. with a look at Axios AM, the co-founder of Axios, Mr. Mike Allen. Mike, great to have you with us. What is the Axios one big thing besides the Nationals making history last night?
That's right. Happy haunting from Nats Nation. The whole nation is Nats Nation this year. I was out at Game 4 at Nationals Park, and it was so cool to see so many parts of Washington coming together. It was like a big reunion there at a time when there's very little to bring people together in Washington. The Axios one big thing for your haunting and your world-class Nats, how the two parties view impeachment. So it's probably mid-morning when we'll get that big vote that you've been talking about on the show, and it'll come right in the middle of testimony by a national security official who's just leaving the White House. Democrats are confident. Democrats say that this vote will give them more tools and will accelerate, put them into a new phase of their investigation. They're going for a jackpot by trying to get the testimony of John Bolton, the national security advisor. We're told that he will not show up voluntarily. He'll need a subpoena or a court. But here's the why it matters. If he's compelled to testify, look out. John Bolton knows a lot. We're told by someone very close to him, he won't be demure, won't hold back. The Trump campaign, on the other hand, is focusing on swing states they need to shore up. So they say that after this impeachment vote, they're going to have a data-driven effort in key states to go after members who are in tough districts who take a vote on impeachment. And they point to polls in these swing states showing that for now, the president's support is holding up.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, we mentioned a bit earlier that Twitter announced it's going to ban all political advertising. Give us the Axios take on that.
Well, there was a great tweet on this that said this was the best subtweet ever because they were really trolling Facebook here. Twitter gets very little political advertising, a very small part of their revenue from it. So this is a much easier decision for them than it would be for Facebook. And so this is a way for when Facebook is doubling down on saying that, like on TV, if a politician wants to run a false ad, we're going to run it. Twitter is able to take the high ground here, and the Axios tech team out in San Francisco says this may put put pressure on other platforms to do the same.
Let me get your thoughts really quickly on what you're watching in the week ahead with the big vote today. What else is on your radar as things unfold in Washington?
Yeah, so pulling back the camera, a mega trend. The lead of Axios today is about the health crisis among obese young people, and that's what that's going to mean for decades to come. So obese young people today means heart disease, type 2 diabetes tomorrow, and it means huge healthcare costs to come. And you look at every trend for young people's health is worrisome. Same thing with the opioid crisis. Even when it abates, you're still going to have massive healthcare costs. One of the biggest problems this country is going to face, that our kids are going to face.
Yeah. All right, Mike Allen live in Washington, D.C. for us. Thank you very much.
Bye,
of course, we're going to be reading Axios AM in just a bit. And don't forget, you too can sign up for that newsletter at signup.axios.com.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.